Hello, I'm Les Chambly. My lovely wife is behind the camera right now, feeding me lines. Please start.
Why are we here?
I'm here to help fat people. Why am I here to help fat people? Because I was a fat person. I still am a fat person, not as fat as I was. I'm here to tell you about my story, about what I've went through, how I've got to where I'm at, and a lifestyle change that works. It works for me. It can work for you.
How much have you lost?
I've lost 157 pounds in 2 years. I've lost my oldest boy, my oldest girl. I lost my wife.
No, you didn't. Still
No.
here.
Oh, well, I mean, I lost what she weighs.
Why should people do this?
Well, why should people do this? Well, you should do it for your family. You should do it for your health. You should do it for your love life. You should do it for money. You should do it so you can get off the couch.
What are you trying to sell?
I'm not selling a thing. Everything I'm doing here is free. There's no pills to buy. There's no drinks to mix. There's no special anything you're going to have to spend money on. Just a different type of food and a different lifestyle from here on out.
What made you decide to start this journey?
Well, at 400 plus pounds, I had sleep apnea, pain all over my body, feet, ankles, knees especially, back. I was dying. Slowly but surely, I was eating myself to death.
What made you decide to start this journey?
Well, in 2015, beginning of 2015, I had reached a point where I decided I needed a major change in my life. I decided weight loss surgery is going to be the answer for me. So, thinking about weight loss surgery, I started doing research, trying to find out what I could expect. Not only the results of weight loss surgery, but the complications, the change of lifestyle. I even started figuring out how I was going to have to eat after having this. What I could have, what I couldn't have. Really strange is the most successful people on after weight loss surgery do low carb. Amazing. But it cuts out a lot of stuff that I wasn't going to be able to have. So in 2015, my plan was, let's have weight loss surgery. Well, guess what? My insurance wouldn't cover it. I couldn't change my plan until November. So I had basically a half a year to figure out what I was going to do. Well, in doing all that research and dieting, doing low everything, starving to death, I managed to get to a place about June that I decided to take a different approach. Everything I was doing was working, but I was miserable doing it. And so I decided to just do under 20 carbs. So I basically started to do the first 2 weeks of the Atkins diet. I just wasn't ever going to add anything back into it because I wanted to continue with what I was doing. In June of 2015, I bought a Fat Boy scale. I weighed myself. I measured myself. I started eating under 20 carbs. I didn't worry about anything else. I ate bacon and eggs and fatty meats and low-carb vegetables and butter and all the really bad stuff for you. But I didn't obsess about anything but the carbs.
At what point did you learn this was keto?
Started in June. About September, I still doing research all over the place, trying to figure out what was going on, what I was doing, how I could do it. In September, I learned that what I was doing was actually called keto, ketogenics diet, which is basically a low-carb, moderate protein, high-fat diet. You need protein to keep muscles, so you have to have protein. You can't just eat straight fat and no carbs. Too much protein actually turns to glucose in your body, so you can't eat too much protein. But what I do is really, it's a lazy keto. I worry more about the carbs. I obsess over the carbs. I count carbs and everything. I'm a carb counter. I look at something, I go, well, okay, how many carbs has this got in it? How much of it can I have? And what will I be able to eat later on today? The rest of it, I don't really worry about. At this point in my life, I don't have to. Now, if you're trying to lose 20 pounds, you're going to have to do more than that, and I'll discuss that in a later video. But, I'm talking to the really obese people, the really fat folks, the folks that need to lose 150 pounds, 200 pounds, more. This way of life works, and it's sustainable. You're not going to starve. You're not going to feel deprived of stuff.
When November came around and you had the chance to,
You hear that in the background?
yeah,
Okay.
maybe we should leave that in there. People know what you deal with. Yes, we hear you, Kimber. When November came around and you could change your insurance, why didn't you get the weight loss surgery?
Well, I decided I'd done so well. I dropped a lot of weight. My plan was to get down to around 350 to have the surgery. In November, I was 360. I had dropped a lot of weight, went from 414 to 360. I was really excited about that. And not only that, but just on the weight loss surgery side, the things I wasn't going to be able to have was just really disappointing. I mean, I wasn't going to be able to have bacon. I wasn't going to be able to have steak. I love steak. Spicy foods. I mean, and there's even vegetables that you can't have on after a weight loss surgery. I mean, there were so many things, and then you end up still having to live a low carb lifestyle without steak and bacon. Oh my goodness.
Tell people what really awesome thing happened in October of 2015.
In October 2015, my wife decided to join me. Since then, she's lost 70 pounds, but not just the 70 pounds. It's amazing is there's times there where she didn't lose anything for months on end, but dress sizes kept getting smaller. So it's not just the weight number, it's the size number. I mean, who cares? If I'm 250 pounds and built like a rock, who cares? I mean, if I'm 300 pounds and muscular and shredded and ripped and got abs, who cares what the number is? It's about the size that you are.
Can you tell people how they can start doing what you've done?
Okay, this is going to be really easy. First thing you need to do, you need to buy a Fat Boy scale and weigh yourself. Write it down. Get an app. I've got a great app. Go to Keto Less. You can see the picture of the one I use. I like it. It's free. So weigh yourself, and then I want you to measure yourself. Take one of the fabric ruler things. Measure calves, thighs, hips, belly, man boobs. If you don't have man boobs, any boobs. Your neck, your biceps. Measure these things because there'll be a time down the road in this lifestyle that the scale will lie to you and say it's not moving any, but you're getting smaller.
Number two,
Eat under 20 carbs. Count your carbs. We're not going to worry about the macros and everything like that. We'll get to that on a different date. Right now, you're a beginning lazy keto. Eat under 20 carbs. Count every carb and everything. You have a phone in your hand or a computer. Google it if you don't know. If you need to, how many carbs are in this cup of broccoli? Google it. It's really easy. It's right there at your fingertips. Don't sit there and blast some website asking. Google it. It tells you. It's on the bag most of the time.
number three.
All right, number 3. If you start feeling bad, you will. First 2 weeks of keto are rough. You're breaking a sugar addiction. That's equivalent to a heroin addiction, to tell you the truth. It's rough. I remember my wife, she called me crying first 2 weeks. She was devastated. She felt terrible. It didn't matter how much she ate. She felt like she was hungry all the time.
Eat more bacon.
Eat more bacon. Drink some pickle juice. All right.
Number 4.
Eat fatty foods. Keep your carbs under 20, but eat stuff like steak and pork chops. No fried stuff. I mean, fry it without the batter on there. But eat bacon, eat eggs, heavy cream. Count the carbs. Eat butter. Eat
Snack on pork skins.
pork skins. I mean, you're doing things. You're eating foods that most of society will say that is bad for you. Well, you know, they're fat eating good for you foods. You can be skinny eating bad for you foods.
Number 5.
Stay off the scale. Do yourself a favor. That scale will lie to you. Don't get on it every day. Once a week, pick you a day, Friday, Sunday, whatever. Do it every 2 weeks. That's even better. You fluctuate so much. And I'll do a whole different video about why you fluctuate so much. You're going to lose weight on this diet. There's no doubt about that. You lose weight on any diet. You could do the walk to the nearest fast food restaurant diet and you'll lose weight. Anytime you change anything in your thing, you're going to drop some water weight. You're going to lose weight. But if you weigh every day, you easily get discouraged. It'll go down a pound, up 2 pounds. Down a pound, down a pound, down a pound, up 2 pounds. That's the way the scale does. It's a liar. Stay off of it. Once a week at the minimum. Once every 2 weeks is better. If the curiosity doesn't get the cat, do it once a month.
All right. Are we going to have more to come?
There will be a lot more to come. As of right now, I have about 30 different subjects I've wrote down in my little yellow notebook over here. This is just basically to get you started. If you would, like, subscribe, and keep calm and keto on.